Um, did you see Reggie? Have you been following the situation with Boosie where he um, beat his charge with like the newly kind of discovered law, and then he is now being recharged? Have you seen this, and do you have any thoughts on the drama that he's going through with this case?
Whoa, yeah, that was. I don't know if there's probably some case law and government laws where they're going after this because that's a big case for federal or for the states and all of this that's getting turned over because they used to go after felons, just straight out felons. You possession of cocaine, possession of weed, or anything, you can't carry a gun. And now this new law coming out, or this new case law by this particular court of appeals came out saying that you have to have violent crime on your record and then you couldn't carry a gun. Well, that's some major litigation that's going on. And that could be why they refiled. I never heard. I heard it was, and Vlad said it was released with prejudice. If y'all know what release with prejudice means, it means that it could never be filed against you again. Not prejudice, meaning that you can't be refiled. So I'm not understanding why they're able to refile the case and they add an additional case and the same charges. Totally don't understand why or what's going on. But do y'all have to think, or do y'all think? I'm thinking Keefe D. I'm thinking Boosie might have did a Keefe D situation, y'all, where he was trolling and he trolled the hell out of the prosecution and made the government look so bad by talking about the case, where they got mad and he got all this exposure. I think YouTube might have heard Boosie, y'all. Look how many times and all the stuff on his IG page and interviews he have done talking and bragging about the case being dismissed, which he should have been. He should have been happy. I personally haven't heard him talk bad about the prosecution. I heard the statement when he was praising the paramedic that saved his life. I always had a lot of respect for him for saying that, for the first responder that, gave him his sugar pack when he was going through the diabetic coma. I like that particular segment about him to show y'all that all first responders not bad people like a lot of you young kids in the comment section think. Okay. But after he got refiled, did y'all hear the statement that he said? And he started talking bad about the prosecution. And I even think the judge, I'm not for sure, but I know he was talking bad about him. I just want to warn people, y'all. I know y'all in this come from the society where, or this time era where fuck the police and talk shit about people and all of that. And I ain't got to stand down when I always tell y'all, I used to argue with James about complying and you can live to fight another day and you can go down there and file a complaint against the cop later. Just yes, sir, no, sir, and all of that. Well, my opinion only, is I believe Boosie pissed somebody off with one of his interviews and definitely think it's going to be interesting to see what the judge do to him on his court date. I know he got to surrender himself like the 2nd or the 3rd of August. I think it got to be the 2nd and the 3rd must be the 2nd, which is that Friday, that he got to surrender himself to court. It's going to be interesting to see if how that judge react because of some of the statements that he made when his attorney advised him while he was on vacation that he had turned himself in.
So what Boosie said when he found out about it is he says, "I'm on vacation with my family. My lawyer calls me and says this federal prosecutor, M. Wheat, has indicted me again on the same charge and added a charge that I was a drug addict around. This time around. A drug addict around a firearm." Shake my head. "Why you didn't charge me this the first time? The judge has ruled at this point you're just making this a circus. This has to be unconstitutional. He just doesn't respect the courts. He's a racist. He has no respect for the courts. If I wasn't Boosie, this would not be happening. The same man looked at me and said, wipe me down on my first court appearance. He's obsessed. I've never seen anything like this in my damn life. This shows how far these devils will go to try and stop a successful black man with a voice. This man has a serious vendetta of hate against me. He wants to be a character in a movie. He just doesn't respect the courts. He's racist and has no respect for the courts. If I wasn't Boosie, this wouldn't be happening to me. This same man looked at me and said, wipe me down on the first court appearance. He's obsessed. I've never seen anything like this in my damn life. 30 of us on vacation and I get this news. He put his hardest battle on his strongest soldiers. God got me. This man doesn't respect the law. Tell a president to pardon this BS.
Yeah, I think Boosie has been making a major mistake, John. And y'all know I'm a supporter of Boosie. I want Boosie to to beat this charge. I was happy when Boosie found out that the charges were dismissed the first time. The only thing I would caution Boosie is because before we all start making it a black and white thing, is he need to go research Hunter Biden, because I think the drug addict part that they add into the case is the same thing that happened to Hunter Biden, and they just convicted him, the president's son, for buying a gun while using narcotics, and so he might need to research that case and make sure he's calling them racist at the right point, because racist and calling people racist, especially prosecutors and people like that, is a strong word when it's not. It's not factual. Might see this time Boosie might be he might be placed in custody this time. We'll see. August the 3rd, August the 2nd, we'll see. Peace.